What is up, everyone? It's Dave here from Adventures with DWD. Today I will be reviewing the Salomon Advanced Skin 12 running pack. Before I begin, I want everybody to know that I purchased this pack with my own money. I am not sponsored by Salomon or any of its affiliates. The thoughts I am giving you are my own. And these are my initial thoughts and impressions of this running pack. I'm making these review videos to give back to the community, as I have used this platform to help me make informed decisions on many purchases and things that I've done in the past. So I want to give back to you. To give a little bit of background on myself, I came over to the trail and ultra world from approximately 25 years in the long distance triathlon circle, and I've seen many gadgets come and go over the last 35 years now. I guess it's been for me participating in endurance events. I started running when I was in my teens, and I've been at this for quite a while. And today, for the Salomon pack, I'll be going over the features, the use case, the value, and just my overall thoughts. With all that out of the way, let's get started. The Salomon Advanced Skin 12, as the name suggests, has 12 liter capacity, onboard capacity, and before I get into any of the rest of the video, it comes with standard 2 of these Salomon soft flasks, which retail here in Canada for $25 each. So that's a nice surprise, having bladders built into a purchase. So that's a great start. It has the capacity to hold a water bladder in the back. I think it's approximately I think you can put a 1.5 liter bladder in the back, and it has a thermal sleeve there as well to keep your fluids either cold or warm, depending on what you want it for. And for reference, I am 6 foot and 165 pounds approximately. Not really big chest or anything like that, but I went with a size medium. I was thinking about a size large, but I thought a size large was on the borderline here. I'm glad I chose a medium because the medium fits me very well, and it comes in at a weight of 277 grams, which for a pack that holds this much stuff, it is extremely light. Before we move on to the back of the pack to show the features, on the front, typically in my area, if I'm going out by myself in the mountain areas, I will have one soft flask, put another one in the kangaroo pouch, which I'll show you, but I also carry bear spray just in case, because I've seen grizzly bears out there in some of my solo adventures. So moving on to the back. So on the back of the pouch, or on the back of the pack, we have one very large zipper pouch, and this zipper pouch actually can be cinched down by the cinch straps, so you can actually make this squish down more or tighter, I guess, if you don't have as much stuff in there. But I'm going to show you what I have in the back here. It can hold a ton of stuff. This is not completely full, but here's what I have in there. A pair of gloves. I have a dry bag full of lots of stuff. Dry clothing, extra pair of gloves, arm warmers, moleskin, some more emergency supplies. Got a buff because those are absolutely essential running. Got my emergency medical kit. I have a battery charger, and I believe at the bottom I might even have a kitchen sink down here. I'm pretty sure I have the kitchen sink thrown in there as well. In addition, in the back pocket itself, it has a little, it's almost like a little dry pouch here, so put whatever wet items. It's not very big, but it's a little bit of a dry pouch in there, so that's a nice little bonus. All right, we'll zip that back up, and we're going to move on to the front. So on the front, as I mentioned, it has 2 water bottle holders, the soft flask holders, and it's got the lovely little elasticized loops go around the top so that your water bottles your soft flash don't bounce all over the place. It has Salomon's famous kangaroo pouch. So what it is, it's a mesh pocket. If you can see it here, you can see through. So the mesh pocket goes through the back and it comes out the other side, so you can access it from either side. And usually I'll have if I have a coat that I'll take off, wind jacket, etc., or in this case I put a pair of micro spikes because it's still that time of year in Calgary here where you never know when you're going to need a pair of micro or larger spikes. Then we move on to the rest of the front. On the front we have these two large zippered pockets, one on each side, and they actually fit a lot in these zipper pouches. So I would put my cell phone, or if you have a GPS tracking device, in one of these, just so you know that it's zippered and secure. And again, one of those are on each side. So on the other side here, same thing. In addition, we have two other very large, I'll put my hand in like, it's kind of a weird way to do it here, but there's also these other stretch pockets, one on either side, that you can shove in a pair of gloves, a buff, a toque, because I'm in Canada, of course, and anything else that you don't need as secure, because I would never put a cell phone or anything like that in there, just in case it would fly out. But I'd put in snacks for sure, sandwiches, bags of chips, whatever I'm going to have out in the trail as something to eat. So that there's one of those on each side. Moving on, we also have these other two pockets at the very top here, one on each side. There's a built-in whistle. I have a better whistle in my pack here because these whistles I guess would do in a pinch, but I have an emergency whistle. But these two other large, or I shouldn't say large, they're pockets right at the very top of the straps, and those would be useful for holding, again, maybe a spot tracking device or something like that, and maybe throw a gel or an energy bar on both sides, or on either side, whichever one, but just another set of pockets that you can use for whatever you want. All around the pack, there's at least two locations where you can store trekking poles, which I don't use, but you can store trekking poles. They have elasticized loops, either vertically or horizontally in the back of the pack, which is a nice touch. And all the zippers on the pack are the industry standard YKK zippers, so they are extremely good zippers that are very reliable. And I'll save the best part for last, the piece de resistance. I had an Osprey Duro pack, I believe it was, before this, and I had it for about 3 years, and it did me very well. But I switched over to this Salomon pack because I wanted something a little bit larger. But the kicker feature on the Salomon packs, a friend of mine has one as well, is this locking system in the front, stretch cord system in the front that just kind of loops in. And this makes the pack fit extremely well, and you can breathe unencumbered with this strap system. On the previous, my Osprey pack did webbing across, and yeah, you could adjust it, but it was kind of restrictive, and it, like I said, it did me well for 3 years. But switching to this is incredible. You can just pull it and stretch it out here, and as the pack gets less full, if you're consuming fluids and fuel and everything like that, you can actually tighten it up across the front here like this. You can make it snugger if you want, or if you have a full pack with 1.5 liters of water in the back and 1 liter in the front, and it's full with a whole bunch of other goodies, you can loosen it up here and pull it across. So that is, in my opinion, the best system on any pack out there. And I've seen ones from Ultimate Direction and Nathan, and like I said, Osprey and some other manufacturers, but this is by far the best system for keeping everything nice and snug against your body, but you feel like you can breathe quite well with it on. So where would I use this pack? I'm going to use this, I've used it already on a longer adventure, but I'll be using this pack on anything for 2 hours and above. especially solo adventures, and I would consider even using this on, I'm definitely going to use it on any ultra marathons I'll do this year. Hopefully we'll be able to get in some ultra marathons this year. If not, I'll be going and doing some self-supported FKTs, personal FKTs around our area here. And when I'm getting a water filter, I already have one, but I'm going to get one of the ones from Salomon. I would be able to support myself for at least a day out there, because I can put enough food in here, put all my emergency supplies. I have carry enough water on board, and then the ability to filter water, because there's quite a bit of water in the area in the mountains where I would go out and do these adventures. And even if I'm out there hiking with my wife, I would take this pack over a larger pack sometimes, as long as I'm not playing the Sherpa role, as I do sometimes when I'm out there hiking with my wife and my daughters. So overall, you can tell by my general enthusiasm, because I'm not one to show a lot of external enthusiasm, but I would say this pack is well worth the $200 Canadian. So in Canada here, it's $200. I don't believe, I don't know the answer to the American, the cost down in the States or other parts of the world, but in Canada here, it's $200 Canadian. Well worth the purchase for this pack, and I believe it's going to serve me well for years to come. Well done overall, Salomon. This is a fantastic piece of equipment. So that wraps it up for another installment from Adventures with DWD. I hope you liked this video and maybe learned a bit of information that will help you with a buying decision. And I ask you to please consider subscribing to the channel. Give it a thumbs up if you found it useful, helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Have a great night. Peace.